so this is a question from IBS series.
The one who asked question is IBS?
Possibly. So it has been said that Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam have been chosen and granted Asma for a reason, since Allah being outside time knows them and their acts. If we consider this example as well as the fact that Allah outside time is all knowledgeable and just, is there a possibility that He may punish a presently innocent person for an act He is known to commit in the future?
Mm-hmm.
Is it also said that the consequences of our sins and mistakes in dunya are at the same time a test for us? In such cases, can a test that doesn't come from sin or mistake be a consequence of future sin?
Yes, very good question. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala never punishes someone for the sin that this person is going to commit in future. Even Shaitan, with all the problems that we know about him, before failing to do sajda for Adam, he was not, punished, and even he was not stopped from being with angels. Yeah? So, although Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knew that Shaitan is going to fail, but even few minutes before he failed, he was treated as normal. Therefore, I always say, if you are today in a very good position, it doesn't mean that you say, okay, because I have been good so far, I'm going to continue. Because if I was not going to continue, I would have not been so far good. No. Even if, sometimes I put it in this way, I say even if you shake hands with Jibreel today, it doesn't mean that tomorrow you are in a good condition. Because many of us make this mistake. We think that because we have been good so far, in future also, inshallah, we are going to be good. I remember many years ago, we had a meeting with some brothers in Manchester, and one person said that I am sure that because I have asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for help, I am not going to have problem. And at that time, I very much feared in my heart. I said, I cannot talk like this. I cannot say, I am sure that I am not going to have problem because Allah is going to help me. We have lots of hope in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but I can never say I am sure. Mu'min should never feel safe from makr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, from punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because we are never safe about our nafs. We may make mistake, and then as a result we may get into trouble. So basically the answer is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would not punish people for the sins that they are going to make later. Yes, if someone is going to do some good things in future, Allah may from now help him and support him. But for the other side, no. And this is what we discussed about, for example, ziyarah of Lady Fatima, and also beginning of Dua Nudba. علمت منهم الوفاء فقبلتهم وقربتهم. In some lectures we have talked about it. Thank you for the good question.
So one more question for today. this is a general question. Can shubahat mean or include things that are acceptable in fiqh but unacceptable in terms of human decency in a particular situation? Or is there a separate term for this?
Very good question. Normally, when ulama say shubahat means things that can be haram. Therefore, if something is proved in fiqh to be permissible, it does not fall under category of shubahat. But you are right. Maybe something from fiqh point of view is not a problem, but still you are not sure whether this is expected from you by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or not. You know, sometimes there are certain things that are halal, but you think maybe Allah doesn't want this from you. Okay? You should here also do ihtiyat. For example, some types of mortgage, according to your marja, might be halal. So, from fiqh point of view, it's halal, it's permissible, and if you do it, you don't have problem. But maybe you think, at least morally, I should not do this, because this is not very much different from usury, from riba. Maybe you feel morally I should, Or for example, sometimes, eating food from places that are not, believers, but you don't know it's touched, not touched. Okay, it's halal and definitely it's halal. You are not going to definitely be punished when you didn't know that it's touched by, for example. But still, it's better that you avoid if possible, and if you are not going to develop, excessive doubt. So, the way normally it is understood means shubahat, which are from fiqh point of view not clear and might be haram. But we can take this concept further and say also there are moral issues that maybe from fiqh point of view are definitely halal, but from moral point of view we think that maybe this is not expected from us. Maybe Allah is not happy with this. Maybe I'll give you another example. For example, according to most of Shia ulama, jurists, if not all, because maybe there are that I am not aware, but many of ulama that some years ago I was checking, they say human cloning is not haram. Many say this. Maybe they have some reservations. But I say, okay, maybe it is not haram from fiqh point of view, but I think it's morally problematic. They don't say it's wajib that you must do it or mustahab. Okay, they say we don't have any reason to say this is haram, but what about moral perspective? I have big moral concerns about human cloning. Even if I'm not able, for example, to say it's haram. So, there can be cases that something, or for example, genetically modifying foods. I have moral problems with this for most of the time, because I think we are manipulating the nature and we don't know the consequences, and as long as it has not become crystal clear that there is no harm, I think we should avoid. But can I say this is haram? No. But I can say this is shubahat from moral perspective.
Inshallah, we'll take these questions for today and we'll continue with the other ones next section.
Thank you.